gunman complained he was in pain, had a follow-up appointment with Dr. Phillips, Dr. Preston Phillips, one of the victims, on May 31st. In between, he went to a gun store and bought a semi-automatic handgun. And then yesterday, the day of the shooting, the shooter also bought an AR-15 style rifle the day of the shooting at 2 p.m. at a local gun store. Then within a couple of hours, he was at that medical complex. He entered on the second floor and he opened fired. CNN's Lucy Kafanov is standing by for us in Tulsa. Lucy, important new details there. The police detailing A, this disgruntled patient's contact with Dr. Phillips and the hospital, and then B, the police chief emphasizing, perhaps all the more important in the wake of Uvalde, Texas, how quickly police responded and how quickly they were prepared to confront the shooter who the chief said took his own life.
Yeah, I mean, the police response was quite quick, but we understand from authorities that this gunman was determined to carry out this massacre. He left a letter, according to the police chief. The suspect made it clear he came into that building to kill Dr. Preston Phillips and, quote, anyone who came in his way. The suspect, identified as Michael Lewis from Muskogee, had blamed the doctor and the office on pain, back pain that he suffered after his surgery on May 19th. He was released May 24th, continued to call the office complaining of this pain. We understand that he purchased that AR-15 style rifle around 2 p.m. yesterday. And just a few hours later, he was on the scene, on site, right there, unleashing this deadly massacre. One of two weapons that was used. There was also a handgun. That is the weapon that he used to kill himself. 4 people now dead. Dr. Preston Phillips, the treating physician. Dr. Stephanie Hewson, she was another physician at the orthopedic department. Wrong place, wrong time. Amanda Green, a receptionist. She served a supervisory role at the clinic. And then William Love, we understand he was a patient who went to the doctor's office, as many of us tend to do. He was there. He apparently held a door closed to allow another victim to escape with their life. He was shot. He was removed in critical condition, and one of the doctors at the hospital broke down into tears, apologizing to his family, William Love's family, that the trauma team there was unable to save him. And John, I just want to emphasize, this is a hospital. It's where people go to get better. It's where medical professionals work, dedicating their lives to saving the lives of other people. They all went to work as doctors normally do, as nurses normally do. The patients went in there as patients normally do, and they were victims of America's 233rd mass shooting this year alone. That is what happened here in Tulsa, Oklahoma yesterday, John.
That number there, Lucy, and you're being on the scene is why this is hard and it's emotional, and we see that and we appreciate it in this tragedy. 233rd mass shooting in the United States this year, the 20th. People, wherever you're watching, whatever your views, the 20th since Uvalde.